What do we having today?
Uh, 50 milligrams of like an active live rosin inside of wild berry poppy. Like in a
Man, the shit
fucking
y'all have on the West Coast. Granted, I have not set foot in a dispensary, so I don't
I
know
was like,
what
nigga, just
they
go
have
to
in
any
Chicago.
dispensary.
Yeah,
Nigga, you don't
I
find
don't.
shit like this there.
Oh, that's the video you sent me where you almost took a tablespoon instead of a teaspoon and
Yes, nigga.
fucked up your whole day.
And that shit would have ruined everything that I had planned. Like, that shit would have been wild as fuck. But no, I did that shit last night. Did like a capful. Before we had our friends over for, what was that? Like a game night or whatever. And bro, when I tell you, like my wife was like, "Has that stuff hit you yet?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I think so." She's like, "Well, it has in your face. Your eyes are low as fuck." She's like, "I've never seen your eyes that low before." I'm like, cool. Cool.
It's funny as shit.
And she was like, "I've never seen your eyes that low before."
Yeah,
So,
we all gotta tell. We all gotta tell.
well, I mean, no, my eyes are naturally low anyway.
And for her to
So,
say that means
yeah.
they were dumb low. Like that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, your eyes are low any like
Yeah, naturally,
that's
like,
just
don't give a fuck in
naturally
the
that
eyeballs.
way,
Like, yeah, so for them bitches
yeah,
to
you're
be
not
even
squinting.
lower.
You're naturally just like fuck,
Naturally can't see a
fuck?
damn thing.
Yeah.
All right, that's what it was. That's what it was. Hold on. So yeah, the thought of like, what does the house look like, and the prospect of like having people visit. She's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. That's what we got the fucking room for. She's
Yeah.
like, we'll just make sure we got like an air mattress or something like that, and they can, like, whoever comes over can come over.
But that's exciting, man. How are things going with that
That
pocket?
process is a little weird, I would say. Just got all the what do you want to call it? Sent over the documentation for like the buyer agreement, seller agreement, because in Oregon you have to, like, I don't know if it's everywhere, but in the state of Oregon we have to have like a legal binding contract with the company that we're going to be working with and with the agent we're going to be working with. So it's really a different process and thoughts and plans and all that shit. So more than that, just like, again, like I think I might have talked about it before, or it might have been the production that we had Monday. It's just more comfortable knowing exactly what our buying power is. And even more so now looking at the documentation, like what the flex, I guess there's like a flexibility with our buying power. So what we thought was a number is now $500,000 or a little bit more. And in the city of Eugene, it's not as big, but it's very popular, I guess, and a lot of people want to live here. So that puts us in like a category to where we're not scarce in the market of buying a house. We're kind of up there. Like we offer a little bit more, and so our
Yeah, there's
offer
a little
will
bit more
look
security with
lucrative.
allowing you to buy someone's house as opposed to the next buyer, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For
So
sure.
that's a really good feeling right now.
Hell yeah. That's
Like
good,
knowing all of
man.
those things. Hell yeah, dog. Like a couple more steps away, and another thing is just like more and more like understanding the inner workings of this whole thing is if we buy a house, we don't have to pay our first mortgage for like a month and a half or 2 months. Like
Yeah,
after
it's
we
in like
buy it. So
it's like in arrears, so it's like it doesn't kick in until like the following month
yeah, so
of
I
time.
was
Yeah.
like that actually gets us in a position to get out of this place a lot faster. Instead of waiting until August, we might be able to get out of this bitch in like June, like May, June, July. So I had to tell bro Gerard that for the second year in a row, we won't be coming out. Like I won't be coming out this year just financially. Doesn't make sense. Like it's $1,500 to get out there.
Yeah.
That's for a place to stay, car, and like flight. And that's
Yeah.
not like including like eating when I get out
Yeah,
there.
that's not
like,
light
all
work.
that shit. Like,
That's not light work.
so what's crazy is we got some friends who believe it is.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
crazy.
to you, Tessa. That's fucking wild. I told Tessa what it was like, and she was like, "Oh, that's pretty easy. I was like, well, who the fuck are you talking to? Like when you got a kid.
I mean, I
no,
think
it's
she's
not
looking
easy.
at it. I think she's looking at it through the lens of she thinks this is a legitimate business. So like we have a corporate card that like, oh, this is
Oh,
a write off.
girl, no,
Because
this is
that's
all
what
personal money.
she's doing it through that lens. You know,
Yeah,
we're not there yet. We want to be
no,
there so bad because it would be so easy. It'd be so easy just like, oh yeah, put it on the card. We'll figure that part out later. Put it on the
yeah.
card, make that thing happen. We'll make the trip make money.
And that's the thing, like where they do that, like with the company card, they're able to get it, make it make sense, and then like pay everything off on the back end or find the ways to, what do you call that? Find the ways to make it
Yeah.
a thing,
Yeah, making it
like
like
a write off thing.
the
So
quickest. Yeah, we're not there yet. Once we are, then it'll be so easy. It'll be so easy for me to be like, all right, Kate, we're my biannual trip to the West Coast, whether it be going into California, meeting you there, or going straight to Eugene and be like, all right, what are we doing? Like, what is the move? Whatever it has to be, like
yeah,
having an event in Eugene or on the West Coast, having an event here in Chicago, and then one somewhere else. Three meetups a year. That's fucking huge. Right, that's a lot for us, especially
yeah. I
coming
mean,
from zero meetups.
big time. And to like help like segue this into the show, if you think about it, or even like make this like a topic for the show, if you think about it, if you don't live in the same exact city as your parents, as you become an adult yourself, the times that you see your family are very scarce. So imagine the times that like you get to see a friend that's across the country or some shit like that. So yeah, anything is better than nothing. And to finally have something that like Father Time can like host and say is ours, just because home base for both of us is Chicago, and I don't care to go to California because the taxes there and the laws there are weird. Oregon's a lot less
Yeah.
dickheadish when it comes to that thing. So it'd definitely be like a Oregon meetup.
For sure.
Making like bringing culture to Eugene would be fucking dope for me. So I
For
wouldn't want to do
sure.
it in Portland. I wouldn't want to do it anywhere else. So it'd be a Chicago meetup, a Eugene meetup, and then Colorado, because like all places where we can smoke weed. That's really it.
Obviously. Yeah, that makes sense.
All easy
Duh.
places to
Why
hang
didn't
out
we
and
think?
smoke
Yeah,
weed.
it's almost so easy. I mean, this might be yeah. I think it would be dope if it maintained this way, but like knowing that Girls on the Run has locations and chapters in each of the cities that we live in, I
Yeah,
think is a great like avenue. I'm like, all right, especially if we're continuing on this running journey and wanting to do it more consistently, like having those bases of like, oh, hey, we can run for the Eugene 5K or the Chicago, whatever those things are. I'm like, all right, I'm meeting Blair. This is the event we're doing. It's with something that we're passionate about, but not just like golf. You know, we can
yeah, for
always tee
sure.
it up.
And that's like the biggest thing is like we'll have things that we're really centered and want to do. That's the crux of why
Hmm.
people are coming out, or why we're meeting up. But then if we're gonna make it like a business thing where we want other people to come around, we just so happen, and I think we said this before, we just so happen to play golf. Like
Yeah.
we just so happen to have golf as a hobby. So we
Yeah.
can do that if that's what you guys are gonna come out and support, we'll do that for you guys. But hell man, like I think before we get too deep into this topic, I think the running space is more of a space that might be ours in a sense, instead of something that's like we're rented space and we're renting space in the
That's,
golf space. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Because
that's a good
how
good
we
way to phrase it.
operate, you know what I'm saying? How we operate and how we see golf isn't anywhere near the way people that we know or have like elbow relationships with see golf. So
Yeah.
the the super connectivity that people have to it and the lust that they have for golf, I don't think that either of us have. So
And it's
yeah,
so
to just tee it up at like a par 3 course, yeah, make everything lighthearted and not serious.
yeah.
But what we want you to come out here for is this run. We want y'all to come and make this like a 20-man run group,
Yeah.
15-man run group. Like that's what we're wanting.
Yeah.
So
And it's so interesting because we're coming from the golf community from two vastly different perspectives. Because
that's even worse.
I grew up in the game, and I'm aware and privy to the exclusivity of, oh, you just broke 90 for the first time, like big shit, like that's nothing. But like to say you ran your first race, the running community, like, bro,
Big
ups,
shit.
like big shit right there.
Yeah.
But I know that from the golfer's perspective of being at the private country clubs and being at these big courses, and I still feel that as being the core of the golf community. Like I've said this to you before, if you know of a golf community that will celebrate every part of the game for every stage of the game for
Yeah.
every player in the game, point me in that direction, because I want to see it, because I haven't seen it yet. Where your scorecard shaming, like, oh, I still beat you. Like, yeah, that's fun. But like, if you and I ran the same race, at no point am I being like, you beat me or I beat you. Like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga, we crossed that finish line. However you did, you had to go through your own battles to do it. Like, I think in the golf space, people forget the starting point. Nigga, we all picked up a golf club for the first time and all were terrible.
Yeah. For sure.
Like you forget that. And I think in the running community, it's far less removed. It's like, now I remember that first mile. If you run 1 mile, 2 miles, you're a runner. You run 26 miles, you're a runner. Like, and there's that.
There's no real differentiating factors that can pedestal you over another person, because running is all between the ears. And that's what we say about golf, right? It's all in between the ears. But running is in between the ears because it's one foot in front of the other, and you really just got to go at your own pace. Because it doesn't matter if you get that mile in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or a sub 8. Like, we all got a mile in today. And the same percentages of people who can't lift 225, that's 10% of Americans who can't lift 225.
Yeah.
That same group or that same percentage is smaller of people who actually complete a marathon in their lives. And I think with how popular running is becoming, because even my wife brought it up the other day, she was like, yeah, like running is, I think as you get older, people run. Because I'm starting to see all my friends doing it. Like,
Because we're
like
all
popular.
getting older.
And what I said was like, how often do you sprint after you turn 18?
Yeah.
How often do you have it in your mind of like, I need to see what a mile benchmark is for myself to then have something to work on? And I think that's the biggest part about the running thing is it is something that you can work on. You are working on this at your own pace, your own time. It's all you. So yeah, I think the community that we're looking for is for real us, and I hate to like sound like that, like, oh, it's just us, but it is, bro. Because when I play golf with people right now, or I'm introducing golf to people, I'm like, bro, just come on out here. Like, it's not serious. It's a walk. It's literally we're just taking a dope ass walk. Are you down with walking for like a couple of hours? Are you okay with
fresh air,
sometimes being
grass.
quiet, sometimes talking some shit? Are you going to be a weirdo when we talking? Because if you're a weirdo, we don't need you around anyway. But if you're okay with being quiet, if you're okay with just having good conversations, just fucking kicking the shit for 2.5, 3 hours, bring your ass on to my local community called Oakway Golf Course. I'm damn near there every Tuesday. And I really I'm really that dude. Like, I keep the score in my head. Not like a score, but I'm like, this hole, one bad shot, one good shot, a bad chip, and 4 putt. All right, cool. It's a nice little 6 or 7 right there. Let's keep that moving. And then we walk to the next hole. Like, now there are times where I get the scorecard and I'm like really focused on making sure that I can get at least to the hole, to the green in 4 or in 3, right, or in 2, depending on what the course calls for.
Yeah, what the situation is. Yeah. Yes,
you want to get to that point because that's what golf is. In the same space as like running. Yes, I want to get to a point where I can knock out a mile in, for some people 9 minutes, some people 15. Like right now, I'm at a 9.5, 10-minute mark. Just for anybody who knows that, Puff Daddy ran the New York Marathon at a 9 or a 9:15 pace. If you can beat that, you can outrun a pedophile. Shout out to you.
You're safe.
That's all I'm working on.
That's so funny that you mentioned that, because that's what my guy Steve told me. Like, all right, hey, like when we run, we have to run for safety, and that's who he's referencing. And I told after my race, I was like, I did not run the safety.
You got got.
I have to hope. Pause. I have to hope I outlast Diddy. Pause on all fronts.
Yes. And with that, I'm going to introduce the show. No, I'm sorry. Get into it. Let's get into it now. Let's get into it because we're going to get back into the conversation about running. Let's get into it.
All right. I don't even know how. This is a horrible segue. That's not how I wanted to start this at all.
I think he went too far off the deep end. There's no way to come back. We're already too far gone.
We're too far gone. We have to do a new cold intro. We have to have that whole conversation again. Because, like,
no, we
that's
just cut
the
that
video.
last part out.
Yeah, that
last part gets cut, gets thrown at the end as a blooper reel, nigga.
this whole
that's a
part,
blooper reel.
This is crazy. Okay. We just can't nonchalantly mention the diddler and try to bring that conversation back to a normal conversation.
It's not going to work.
No, we can keep that conversation in that same lane, but that is a weird conversation for us to have. That's fucking wild.
That's crazy as hell, huh? Good shit though, man. Nothing too much today. Thank you guys for always watching and listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and send this video over to somebody that you think might actually enjoy this one. Whether you're driving in your car listening to this podcast or in the house getting some things done, anytime is a great time for Father Time. We love you guys. Get back to the show.
So let's get into it. So I know I asked you a question because we're in this music clip right now. Finally introduced Mayari to the likes of Tony Braxton, Tevin Campbell, really kind of laying down some groundwork,
nice.
you know,
Nice.
giving her some of the songs that raised me. But I saw something, I was like, ooh, that's a good question. So imagine you are at a function and you are ready to go.
Oh shit!
What's that one song that if the DJ played it, you're heading back out? Like whatever the event is, you're headed like I gotta dance to this. I gotta hear the rest of the song. What's that song?
So what's crazy is there's a few of them.
Obviously it's all in context. It's always going to be different, and I'm like, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm asking you first because then that lets me know where to go with mine as far as the style of music. Because it could be Tevin Campbell could keep me at an event, you know, like I would stay to see that and hear that. But I would like to hear what.
So there's been many a times where I have been at a club here in Eugene or bar here in Eugene that used to be a thing called Taylor's. And when I tell you it lit all day, it was if you listen to this and you know about Taylor's in Eugene on the University of Oregon's campus, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to Taylor's. Not really. Don't shout out to Taylor's. Take that back. Scratch that. Because if you know Taylor's, you know exactly why I said scratch it. But they literally had like kind of the same playlist the whole time. And I dance, bro. Like I like dancing. I'm a wide receiver and a DB.
LSU type shit. Gotcha.
I'm a flashy ass nigga.
Yeah, we know. We know. Ain't nobody surprised.
So I would say the last song that they played at one of those clubs, and I was like, I gotta get back in here. Ready to go. You know what I'm talking about? And they played Swag Surf into Back That Ass Up.
Swag Surf into Back That Ass Up?
Yeah, so
wild.
I was leaving at
wild work
when we were like in the middle, like little swag. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? All right, bro, I'm gonna get the body out, folks. Y'all boys, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas have a good one. All right, folks, yeah. Hey, meet me at the crib. We gonna smoke a little bit, and then you heard boom, 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 boom. Like, yeah, if somebody gonna do it for the 99 and the 2000, it's gonna be me. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to slide back up in here. Yeah, that was the last time, one of the last times I was in Taylor's for a good time. It was pretty cool. So yeah, Penelope, when you hear this, your daddy was a very ratchet one, but you know that because you see daddy dance right now. So
you see, that's facts, right? Like
daddy
like
turns up in the middle stores, nigga. In the middle stores, I fuck around. My wife also hates it because I would Millie rock to the songs inside of like like elevator music, I'll Millie rock to that. I'll Millie rock to sad church music. Because you can Millie rock on any block.
You can Millie rock. Yeah, you can Millie rock
on any block.
That's like, I mean, that's like when people throw the Dougie onto anything. I mean, it's just so simple to do. Brother. It's just so simple to do. That's it. So I was trying to find the right pocket of music, and I think when we go back to the episode that we dropped today, when we talk about your favorite era of music, I had to go back to that like 2000 like 13 to 16 pocket. I'm like, that's just too good of a like, and plus that's a time in music where we don't dip back into that. Like 2016 Drake, like that pocket of Drake, 2015 Drake. I'm like, that's like Controller, One Dance, like that album. Like that's a good album. Like that's where Drake needs to stay. Like I don't need the hardcore rapping Drake. Like that's Drake. That's your pocket, bro. Because like you got folks on the dance floor, all of that shit. Like that's what you need to stay at.
And that's perfect. What Dot said. Like keep making me dance, waving my hands, and it won't be no threat. Like just do that because that's when we liked you,
bro. Like
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acts tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the song I'm thinking of is I mean this song had the whole world in a chokehold. Panda by Designer. That song had the whole world in a chokehold, my guy.
It did.
You couldn't go anywhere without someone doing that.
I got bros in Atlanta.
Bro, that beat went so hard, bro.
It went so hard that Kanye hijacked it and made it his own song with Father Stretch My Hand. Like we forgot that Panda was that was that man's song. Designer was a whole person.
Yeah.
And Kanye was like, hey, let me do something.
Let me hold on. Yeah.
But this is when people talk about like, because we had this conversation at the barbershop, like, Blair, you're from Chicago. Like, how do you feel about Ye? It's a hard thing. It's like that separation of like man and art, right? That same thing we're talking about with Tiger. The separation of man and art with Ye is he has too big of a platform to be doing these dumbass things that he's doing. But at a certain point in time, something tragic happened to him, changed his trajectory, and changed the way he thought.
Everything.
The one person that believed in him the most left, and he had nowhere to go. So that version of Kanye that's evolved, I don't know anything about that guy, but everything up to My Dark, Twisted, Beautiful Fantasy, I would defend hand over fist. I damn near yelled at my mom because she said that Jesus Walks was like a blasphemous song. I was like, you ain't even listen to it.
Right.
Hating ass niggas, stop talking to me.
Bro, that came out, I was walking the halls of a preparatory seminary, about to be, well, I was definitely not becoming a priest, but people walk that halls to become priests. I was not, but like, that was, people were like, oh, I'm like,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you can. I actually had that conversation with Kate. Maybe we can talk about it right now.
Let's introduce the show. We still have not done that part.
This is the whole damn time. We're just talking.
We're 34 minutes in. We haven't introduced the show.
Watch the whole damn music video.
Yeah, my bad. That's me. That the last 5 minutes have been me. My fault.
No, look, that'll be the reaction because I'm all about it. I'm cool with this. All right, let's introduce the show. Jesus Christ.
Just a little bit. We're going to get into it, though.
All right. Welcome back to Father Time with D'Amico and Blair, a place where we talk about balancing fatherhood, relationships, careers, and passions. I'm D'Amico, resident to the wackadoo three-nager. That's what we're calling her right now. I was going to say, she's a wackadoo three-nager, but given the timing that we're recording this episode, I want to let the folks know she played her first prank. She did her first ding dong ditch, so Frank Sinatra has entered the chat. So she was like, "It's prank time." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Let's do it."
We're just gonna give y'all the audio that you can't get the video, but the audio that I ain't even got the video of it yet. I can't wait to see. And I am your player partner, host of the one with your country cousin Blair, aka Sir Winnie. And I got a dope ass package from the people over at Home Court, our brothers, our families, our friends in the South Side of Chicago. So if you are in the area, still over by the Green Line, right?
So,
Okay.
like they had a residency at the record store.
At Miyagi's. Okay.
Yeah, they had at Miyagi Records. I think they're posting up somewhere new this year, unless they re-up this summer.
Okay. Cool.
But I mean, they're still based out in Chicago, so
Yeah, still in Chicago, still the family,
vibe.
still the home court, still the home team. So
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't really got much to say about Gucci on spring break, and it's been 2 weeks. I can't wait for this nigga to go back to school.
That's crazy.
Can't wait for this nigga to go to school.
Kate was just on spring break, and I mean, that was like, this is my first time being able to be off all week with her, and to spend that time with her. I mean, we had so much fun. We were able to lock in ways that we just weren't able to, just because we're parents 24/7, and Mayari still went to school, so it was really time like at home where like Kate and I could like clean up around the apartment, reorganize some stuff, and be on the same page about some other stuff. But yeah, that was so much fun. Content about that coming soon, because
Yeah,
to tap into a hobby that is strictly my wife's, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you're learning that person. You're learning more about that person through their hobby.
Hell yeah.
And it's not a shared hobby. It's not like how we both have golf. It's not a shared
Yeah.
hobby. This is hers and hers alone.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's taking time to like dive into and be like, yo, listen to this.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that journey. And there's on the therapy bit, I struggle with like that patience with myself of doing like sitting down and reading. And I think that's why I leaned into running, because I was like, I don't have the patience to just run, but now I do. I've built that up. And my biggest thing is I can't sit down and read. I have to listen to an audiobook. I have to feel like I'm still doing other stuff around the house. And I'm like, I think I should challenge myself to just be able to sit down and read. And it's not a race to finish the book, you know,
It's
like
not,
just
no.
enjoy the read, because that's the point, is to consume the knowledge or the perspective. And I was like, man, being in a bookstore is just so dope. But then I was looking at it through the lens of social media and looking at the covers and like, all right, what's grabbing my attention? Ooh, that's a dope piece of artwork. How can I incorporate that style into whatever I'm thinking about or whatever? So yeah, man, read a book, people.
Read a motherfucking book. There's this crazy thing that knowledge is power. And this is me talking to you guys straight up. Knowledge is power, and it is one of the strongest things you can have. Having access to power is even more dope, right? Most places, all you have to do is walk into your local library. You can get a library card by just telling them you live in the city limits. Then after that, you have access to all the knowledge. It's in black and white. Some books are big, some books are like mini big, some books are small. They also have like food in there. They got coffee in there. So you can stay in there and get
You
all
could rent
the
a movie.
knowledge. They got DVDs, VHS, Blu-rays. You can do any and everything in that bitch besides have sex. And I've seen some Cornhub videos where people have had sex in libraries. So, cut that, yeah. So, but no, you can do so much inside of a library. It makes it to where like you don't have to sit on a 3x5 screen and get information.
Yeah, unless you're watching the show and you're just trying to be entertained.
Watch us on your 60-inch, bitch, like I do.
All the Ks, all HK, 4K, all that stuff. All right, let's.
So we were talking about music real quick before we go way too deep. You were telling me that you and Kate had a conversation about some tunes. I don't know if you remember what you were going to get to, but
Yeah. So it's about the Kanye bit. So we're gonna keep this all. So I asked her, what do you think from a Chicagoan's perspective? What do you think was more devastating? Kanye's evolution is what you called it. His fall off or whatever that was. We'll call it his evolution. That's the word you use. What would you think is more devastating? Kanye's evolution or D Rose's injury to the city of Chicago?
oh damn. Oh, is that like you really asked her that? What did she say?
Well, so her perspective was the D Rose knee blowout, because what she believes is that Kanye, he can come back, like he could reform, is what she was saying. There's still time on the table for him. But what was lost when D Rose had his injury, and then subsequently just the Bulls were just never really the same. Like it's more of what we could have had. We never got. It's that part. Like, we got some of Kanye's greatness. And then I was like, I almost think without Kanye's evolution, he does not become the genius that he has leaned into being, you know? Like, yes, he was a genius before that, but like this pedestal that he puts himself on, there's the give and take of being a genius or an icon. There's that burden of being that I think only comes with that.
Listeners, he's throwing the word genius out with air quotes, just so you guys know that.
Hella air quotes.
I don't think that he believes himself that Kanye's a genius. No. I just need you guys who are listening to know, because I don't want y'all thinking about my dog in a different way. He threw that bitch out with multiple air quotes every time he said genius.
They stayed up the whole conversation. Fucking bunny ears like crazy.
Double deuces. No, I can see how that is definitely how that makes sense, because if Kanye did want to at any point in time, he could surround himself around people who aren't yes men. He can see life from a different point if he chose to do so. Yeah. Where Derrick's body just didn't have many miles on it, so his body gave up on him. It's like the life of an athlete is it's a quick death is really what it is. And like, if you aren't heralded as one of the GOATs or one of the best, a lot of people probably don't speak of you in high regard anymore. So for Pooh, it's really cool, because although his career didn't go the way a lot of Chicagoans thought it would have went, he has so many people that he's like played across that speak of him at a level of like, yo, because you didn't see Pooh don't mean that Pooh wasn't that nigga. Like, Derrick wasn't gonna like.
The only thing that's not on his resume is a chip. That's
a chip. That's the only thing. The only thing.
And and that goes back to like whether or not like people are Hall of Famers. You'd be kidding me to say that Derrick Rose wouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
that'd be the silliest thing to like for that to end up ever happening. I'd be so surprised if that ended up happening. And because what he meant to the game of basketball is beyond that.
If they're allowing, or if they're letting in at this current state Amari Stoudemire, who I love Amari. Like, Amari Stoudemire is a beast. Yeah, right. Beast. High school power forward, came in, made a name for himself, held a team down before Steve Nash got there a little bit, and then went to New York on the end of his career and still was able to put up some good numbers. So I would say if Amari's getting in, Pooh's definitely getting in. And if you don't, they got a problem.
Basketball.
Well, we just randomly talk sports. We talk some music beforehand, then we introduce the podcast. Now we can get back into like the flow of the podcast. So this week, guess I'm flipping the script on y'all boys. This week I got the Forgotten Fictional Father. So
I'm so excited for this.
Ask me the question, D.
All right, Blair. Who is this week's Forgotten Fictional Father?
Yeah, so been in the clip for a while. This dad is from a dope ass spot, right? Nice 90s dad, mid 2000s dad, depending on when you watch the show. Had a daughter, adopted a daughter, and then gets a random shock when the same version of his daughter shows up at the house and it's not his daughter. I'm talking about Mr. Tim Reed from Sister. Let me make sure I got his name right. From Sister. I think his name was Raymond Campbell. Yes, yep. So Ray Campbell from Sister.
Campbell.
Man, when I tell you the step up as a dad is insane, because I think he showed what loving a woman that's not your woman can do for the two other women who are watching you. So in a sense, like what I'm doing with Penelope's mom. Like, I'm not with Penelope's mom. Never want to be with her again. That's my nigga, but
that's your nigga, but like you're married, like not even that part.
Even outside of being married, but yeah, I'm married as well. But no, so like, but what Penelope sees is how much I love her mom.
Yeah,
like I don't have to be in love with your mom to love your mom, and I need to show you what true love is, and true love is caring about somebody no matter what they can do for you.
Yeah.
So Ray Campbell. I mean, you guys can look up all the examples in the world, but the biggest example is I have a teenage daughter who went to school and came back with another daughter. What the fuck do I do? I moved that woman into my house to make sure that my daughter is raised with her sister. I make sure that I showcase to that woman, you ain't got to really go to work. Do your thing. I got this. I'm going to take care of all this. As long as you're holding down the mom part of this, I can hold down the dad part of this. And mom and dad were in air quotes because, again, they weren't together. But that's my dad. My forgotten fictional father is Mr. Tim Reed, a.k.a. Raymond Campbell from Sister Sister. So, yeah. I got a couple still in the clip, brother. The Disney Channel Black Dads. I got you, Disney Channel Black Dads.
As you were describing, I was like, all right, I wonder if I can predict who he's going to say. And you said the 90s, 2000s, depending on when you watched it. And I was like, all right. First thought, the dad from Moesha.
Okay.
That was my first thought. And I was like, nah, it's probably not him. It's probably not him. And then, yeah, as you described it, I was like, all right, it's sister came home with, I was like, yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Ray Campbell, solid pick. It is, to be on the other side of the question, I was like, I felt the pressure of not fucking up the name of Forgotten Fictional Father.
See, nigga, it's not as easy as you think, huh?
I only stumbled because I knew if I did stumble, this was going to be the interaction. So I felt that much more pressure. I was like, nah, I can't fuck this up.
That's hilarious, nigga. Oh my God.
If I rewatch this clip, I'm like, I'll see my mouth placement. I was really fixing my mouth to say it properly to make sure I didn't fuck it up. It's like the video you sent me of Will in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like mouthing the lines of his other co-stars in the early seasons. That's how I was like,
because that nigga he was like, I need to make sure I'm not messing this up, and I know
so
my cues.
I'm gonna remember everyone else's line. But knowing when this episode is airing,
yes, sir,
on April 30th, that'll be just a couple days after your race. How are you feeling?
So
you got some time still left on the clock to get some training, and I know, but how were we feeling leading up to it?
Leading up to it, definitely. I got like that athletic brain where I'm like, I can run. Like I know once I started, it's the pressure of yourself, but also like you're running around like 1,000 people or more, so it's not like I'm gonna quit or stop based off of like peer pressure. Nigga, I'm a completist, so we gonna knock this bitch out. But no, this was it's just it's the same as buying a house, bro. It's exhilarating. Right now, it's still like in the I'm happy as fuck stages. I'm gonna end up getting to a point where I'm like, I don't think that this is smart. Like, why am I doing this when it comes to training? But it's all good. Like I said earlier, my mile time right now is somewhere under 9 or somewhere under 10 minutes. So I'm all right. I'll be all right. And if I need to, I can pick up the pace. Because even when I'm like running here or like here and there, I'm not doing what I think I would do, which is like sprint a little bit and then pace it. And then like, all right, I got to sprint and then pace it, which I'm going to do that. But I haven't trained for that. So
right now you're just doing consistent runs.
Consistent
like,
pace,
whatever my pace is, it is. Like, you have really that other gear. Yeah.
And to know that our finish line is historic Hayward Field here in Oregon, Haywood Field here in Oregon. As a person who ran growing up and loved track growing up, to know that I'll finally get a chance to run on a field or on turf and not in spikes, but I'll still be able to run on that track.
Yeah.
A place that some of the greatest have ran on. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take that with a grain of salt. I take that shit. That's heavy to me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'll be able to sprint. And what I found out is as you cross, like, especially like if you cross with like some gaps, they say your name.
Oh, that's
dope. As you enter Hayward,
sure.
They say your
announce
name,
you.
and then so like to have like whoever's gonna be there like rooting and cheering, that's not the family, to go crazy as like my
nuts.
name is called, cuz like nigga, Like the chills I got now, the chicken
Bro,
skin I got
yeah.
now from it, nigga, like it means like that shit is sick. And then to know
Yeah.
as a barbershop, we've all been bit by the bug of this running thing. So we're gonna be doing another 5K as a barbershop. It's gonna be like a mud run though, like a mud run obstacle course.
Okay.
And out of the 13 barbers in the shop, 7 of us are signed up. So
That's dope.
the bug is there, dog. And then the plan's running with you next year and all that stuff. So, but yeah, Hayward is definitely like one of the holy grails for me personally.
sure.
And I know it's something that's like very big in the like running track space. So to put feet there, to hear my name called in that arena is gonna be sick as fuck. And I definitely
Hell
have the
yeah.
glasses on. So that's, if anything, that's when I turn the glasses on is when I'm pacing that bitch out and then nigga like fucking movie, dog. It's gonna be a movie. I can't wait. Like I can't fucking wait.
Down the that's fucking awesome. Fact. Looking like freaking
my
Apollo
hair and
Creed
shit.
and Rocky. Freaking glistening.
That fucking final hit comes, nigga. That final.
No, when they
fucking
run it on the
double hook.
beach. When they run it on the
Yeah, pumping it on the beach, yeah, nigga. I'm gonna have the shortest shorts on, nigga. You best believe it.
crop top tees, nigga.
Yeah, crop top, tank top, nigga, with fucking booty shorts on. Pause.
Facts,
Getting them
facts.
strides in. Yeah, no, like very, very excited. And another thing that
That's
my
dope.
daughter gets to see me do.
That part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like giving her benchmarks to hit. Like the benchmark isn't just like being active. The benchmark is getting some medals. We put our name on some shit.
Yeah.
That's the benchmark now. So hopefully she beats me out and isn't a runner because I don't want to be outside at track meets and country club meets or at cross country meets. But to get her as active after seeing shit like this, I can't wait.
For sure.
I can't wait.
I mean, I've seen some of the videos, because obviously once I knew that you were running, I was like, all right, let me follow the Eugene Marathon on IG, and I'm like, that is kind of dope. And my first introduction to that field was the Netflix special Sprint, and I was like, that's when the running bug, the sprinting bug hit me. I was like, man, that's fucking dope. Like I ran track in high school for like my freshman, sophomore year, but then like stopped. But like, yeah, I could imagine that's how I felt when I was running through Chicago. Like
Yeah.
that history of that. Now, if someone said my name at the finish line, I probably would have lost it. But like I said my name. I said I was talking myself up because like
Yeah.
I was like, I did this shit. But like to run on a place that there's meaning, I'm so excited for you because that's what I felt running through the cities of like the city of Chicago. Like I'm like, this is my city right now. I'm running the streets,
yeah.
right? Like that's like to run on a field where you know that there's history there. That's electrifying, and that's why I wanted to run the Chicago Marathon because I'm like, it's the hardest thing to do in the city of Chicago, and it's what Olympians do. Like there are Olympians in the field, and I think that is so dope. And I think that's like a great segue into this pocket of conversation where we talk about running.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it through the lens of we're new to the running community now. I know that we ran when we were kids, but and then comparing that to the golf community, which we're all so a part of, and it still feels so drastically different. Like for the case of like the Chicago Marathon,
Yeah.
you can compete against an Olympian. You're not really like I'm not competing against Elliot Kipchoge. I think that's his name. I'm not competing against him. Like he's the guy that ran it in under like 2 hours or something.
Oh yeah.
And
Shout out to you, nigga. Elliot.
I'm not running against you. I'm running against me. Like what you were saying, like it's your medal. Like that's we're coming for that. Like we could be racing, but I'm not racing you. It's not a race for me. It's a run. I think that's that when I told you that I was signing up for my first race, you're like, nigga, it's a run for
It's just
you.
a run.
It's just a run.
Yeah.
Like have your medal for sure. Get your official time for sure. But bro, you're not racing any because you're unless you've said, hey, us three right now, we're racing. Then it's not a race.
Yeah,
We're all just
not at
going
all.
for a run.
Yeah. And that's
the
really
golf
what you want.
community's not
And it's not. The golf community is very, very much so like, oh, you play golf, what's your handicap? You play golf, when did you start playing golf? Like, that's a question that I fucking hate hearing. When did you start playing golf? As if, like, playing golf at any point in time after that specific person did makes it any different in the grand scheme of things. So like
Yeah.
those are the things that kind of like get under my skin. Like I know like when it comes to running, people still ask you like, oh, well, how long have you been running? But it's more of like, it's like that tone thing. You know what I mean? Like how
There's a
you ask a question.
condescending tone to
The
it.
way
Yeah.
you ask something can definitely like put some people off. And I'm figuring that shit out going to therapy myself. It's like, yo, it's not what you say. It's how you fucking say it. And nigga, you say shit with a very deadpan tone and your face be looking like this. So focus up. Like say some nice things to people every once in a while. But no, like I think, especially for myself, I think I have more of a fresher view of what that intro, quote unquote intro to golf was, because it was in 2017 or 2018, 2019. Blew up a lot more in 2020, 2021, obviously because of the situations we were in, the panty, and then getting better at it because like now it's my hobby. If I'm spending money to be out here, I want to be a little good. Like I want to get through this bitch fast. I want to be good enough to have people shut the fuck up. Right? When it comes to running, I'm not good at running. I don't want to be good at running. I
Yeah,
don't
you know
wanna
you're
wake
not
up-
going to be the best.
Exactly. And that's I think my homeboy James, his dad said this to me once. He was like, have you ever like been around a tryhard? It's like they're the worst people in the world because they're trying to be the best at something that's on the internet. And when you're on the internet and you want to be the best at something, you're always going to find somebody who's better. And it's not by fact. It could just be because, like we talked about with the golf community, the scramble aspect. Everybody's lying during a scramble.
Yeah.
And I
fair.
can say it right now, like, oh, when D'Amico and I were playing in the Fairway Shy event, we never lied. Because we did make par or bogey almost every hole, but there was too many people who made birdies and eagles, albatrosses.
Yeah. Finishing around at like minus 18, 19. I'm like, no, that's not possible.
You didn't,
There's no way. There's no way. And I say that with like the gentlest of hands because I know egos are very fragile out here, but like I've seen good fucking golfers that make 5 birdies in a row. I'm like, that's not easy to do. You're going to tell me you amateurs that have never played real tournament golf had what did
ice
Russell
in my
do?
veins.
Yeah, no, nigga, because once you make 3 birdies in a row, the pressure to keep making them in a row is just through the roof. And I'm like, no.
And no person who plays it. I mean, I again, if you are, send us videos like unedited film. I would love to see of you actually knocking these putts down in a row with a person that's not one of your buddies taking score.
That part.
But it's like golf is already such a mental piece. You mean to legit look me in the face and tell me that you got it locked in like that? Because if you did, you wouldn't be playing at Oakway. You wouldn't be at Pine Ridge. You wouldn't be at none of these local ass places that have concrete for greens sometimes and other times mush. You'd be on at least Q school.
Yeah,
and I think
you'd
that's
be doing
where,
something.
Yeah, and I for myself, that's why. Although we started this by saying like the running community is a lot different than the golf community, I don't feel any type of stress or strain when I have conversations with people about running. But I do feel like the golf community in itself is such a privilege, elitist, what have you done? Like, what can I do for you to say that you know me? So I can live with that for so long. Because we talked about it before with that PGA event. So many people go down there just to be able to live for the rest of the year off of pictures they taken at one event. And I say that about people that I know here. Like, you work your ass off to go to a vacation once, and then you post pictures from that vacation for the
Throughout
the rest of the year. And take me back. Bitch, it's $250 to get back to Vegas. That's a day of work. Your priorities is whack. So instead of you trying to, for shit show, and the same thing goes for those super, what do you call them, finance bros with the collars pleated and fucking starch khaki jeans, you weird motherfucker. You're living off of that experience, hoping that someone there, sends you a hat, and then you can post that somebody sent you a hat once that made you an influencer, cuz, oh, I got a chance to take a picture with such and such. Look at me. Yeah, so...
Yeah, the running community is not like that.
It's not, because again, like you just said, like there's Olympic gold medalists at these events, and we don't give two shits. No. I live in Eugene, Oregon. You know how many Olympic, like at least trainees or optimists are down the road, and don't nobody give two fucks what these motherfuckers look like or what they do?
Nope.
They don't care.
I think that's the cool thing about the running, is because there isn't that sort of playing field in golf for that to happen. Like we always talk about that. Like it's probably one of the best shows that ever existed on television. Average Joes, like the pros versus the Joes,
pros versus Joes. Yes, sir.
That part, like there is not that in golf. Like the marathon is that. If you wanted to, sure, go ahead. Try to beat the best runner in the world. Yeah. You're running the same course in the same conditions. You can try.
Yeah. And
you can't do that at the US Open. You can't go to a pro event. And so there's just that class separation that I think people just don't understand how hard golf is. And again, like I said at the beginning of the show, they forget how hard it is when you first start. So you're not being gracious with the new people that you're saying, hey, let's grow the game. No, because as soon as they come into the game and you find out that they just got to the game or they learned how to play at Top Golf, like you're looking at them sideways, versus like in the running community, it's, hey, let's meet up for a run. What's your next race? What are you training for? Like, is that all you're doing is just the 5Ks? And they're not like shaming you for that, but like, because people understand your body has limits. Maybe you can't tolerate more than a 5K.
Yeah.
Hey, you're here. We're happy to have you. And so the reason I was thinking about this whole polar opposites of the community is that we have a golf brand that is primarily a golf brand that is now entering the running space. Yeah. And my hope is that sort of culture, while I know it probably exists in pockets of running communities, does not infiltrate the overall thing. I know that there are some folks that are pace shaming and like, hey, there was just recently the LA Marathon, where they were giving out medals, finisher medals at mile 18. And people that are like, well, I ran a full marathon, why are they getting a medal? And like, there's just that like divisive exclusivity that exists. And I hope with the introduction of a golf brand entering the running community, that does not overtake what the running community has meant to me so far, you know?
Yeah. So I think with that, real fast, so full marathon is
26.2.
Oh, okay. So what, they shut down like 7-8 miles before? Again, limitations for your body. So if your body can't make it, and you see people when you do your research on marathons and shit, you see these people and they shitting themselves at the finish line, or they can barely walk at the finish line. You mean to tell me that for me to walk to my car and still like enjoy the rest of my day, you want me to like push my body and I can't still get a medal? I still signed up. And the thing is, a lot of y'all, like, you got to pay to be a part of marathons. That's the best part. You training this hard because you got to pay to be here.
Or raise money and be on the hook for that money.
Like I raise money via Girls on the Run. Shout out to Girls on the Run. I love you guys. Beautiful, beautiful system. But I raised money via Girls on the Run and was able to like assist another person in making sure that they had the opportunity to run and get into running events. That shit is over the top. It still had to be paid. Like you still gotta cough up something. So it's not like it's free, but it's free once you start, and you don't have to want to run a marathon. Like D was talking about going and running the Chicago Marathon, like just around the city.
Yeah, doing it on my own because
very quick, I think. But
I don't think I did. That there's possible news on that front. I might have found a way to still get a bid Yeah, so I reached out to an organization that for free, might I add, that I could run. So there could still be a turn that there might be a chance that I could still run the actual Chicago Marathon, but I was going to plan to run 26.2 because it's a journey for me. I want to know that I can run that distance. So yeah, the medal would mean something to me, but it's the feeling of crossing that finish line of like, no, I committed to it. And that's what I was telling myself during my race was like, this is a celebration of the commitment I made and the training that I did to get to this point. That's what the race is. It's the celebrating part. Why do I care if we're letting someone celebrate, hey, I only ran 18 miles. That's fine. I'm cool with it. You know what? Because at the end of the day, you didn't get any real gain. You got a medal that said, hey, this commemorates your run, but you didn't qualify for Boston because you DNF. You do not finish. So it's like a DQ in golf. Like there is no official time. So you don't get the benefit of saying you finished the race. You just have a medal in your back that says you finished. But even then, I don't think those people would say, oh, I ran the LA Marathon. Like there's that bit of shame. Like you've almost like stolen valor. Like, you know, you didn't
think so?
really.
I think if I ran,
maybe
whether I ran all 26, 12, 13, or 18, 1 mile in, I ran 1 mile of the LA Marathon.
Yeah, yes.
There's no shame in that. You know what I'm saying? Like
you participated in
18,
the LA Marathon. Yeah, that's fair.
To get 18, I mean, no, I ran still. Nigga, like if I got to 18 miles, I still ran 18 miles in the LA Marathon. Like, just because it wasn't the complete 26, it's not like I'm walking around saying, I'm not putting a 26.2 on like sticker on my car, but I'm saying I ran the fucking marathon. Yeah. Like, and I think that's where like I think we feel that Malabon company that you're talking about, whatever the fuck they're called, them coming into the golf space, they're going to create that. Like, so the LA, like how with like 4% of people probably hated the LA marathon thing. That's going to be that Malabon group, that group of people who, or I keep saying Malabon. I know it's Malabon. Yeah.
Fuck you adding a whole damn syllable.
I don't give a damn. EAD. But I think people who are like, oh no, you didn't run the marathon. Like you just had a couple miles, and it's like, nope. Did you get to an 18-point marker too? Cool. We both ran 18 miles in the motherfucking LA marathon.
That is something to celebrate regardless, for sure.
And that's the thing. So I think
people are getting hung up on the finisher medal. Like,
yeah. I mean, I finished something, bitch. I finished 18 miles. Nigga, give me my goddamn medal and kiss my ass. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. That's what I don't like. I think
it doesn't lessen the value of the other medal.
There's no, like, I still trained my ass off. You know, because you know what I did do? I was training for 26. When I started this, 26 was it. You know? Something happened in my body to where I couldn't do it, or I didn't want to push my body because guess what? Niggas still got to do things tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna come and you need to do something tomorrow. And yeah, maybe resting was like all tomorrow was for you, but then you also got the third day after you do a big workout.
Yeah, you don't just recover your body don't after really one day.
Yeah, your body's gonna recover for a week after. And what if I'm a bartender and I gotta stand up all day on my black ass? I'm a fucking barber. If I run anything over this 3.5 miles and go to work the next day, Monday when I go to work, I'm going to be in pain. There's going to be a part of my body that while I'm cutting, I'm going to be moving. I'm going to feel all whatever 3.1 miles it is. But guess what I did on Sunday morning? Your bitch ran a motherfucking 3.1.
Yeah.
Something that, if you look at it, a lot of motherfuckers didn't do. Shout out to me.
Right? Yeah, so I think I'm interested to see how that plays out. I mean, not for nothing, I looked at their running stuff. I'm like, ugh, I'm not buying it. Like, I'm more interested to see how it all plays out because they're not marketing to me as the running that I'm trying to do.
They already have it out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I have to check it out. I don't think we have to waste yours, mine's, and Will Smith's internet time on that.
Yeah.
If that shit swipes across my phone because I just brought it up, thank you, FBI agent. If not, thank you, FBI agent. I'm good. I'm good.
But no, I think I think it'll be interesting to see how, because there's such a boom in golf and in running, to see how they try to position that, and see what that means, because we're in a golf space. Some of the time, that's how we made our connection.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how that style of content creating influences golf content creating.
Oh gosh.
I'm looking at it on such a meta level of like, I'm looking at some of the more prominent golf influencers. I'm like, y'all gonna take notes? Because I'm like, running content is kind of fucking dope. Like, everyone, and they do it differently, all of them, because they have got different skill sets, like on how they're able to run. So it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. Fly on the wall type shit.
It's one of those, to me, and I think we can finish it off on this. It's how I feel about Banana League baseball versus. Oh yeah, you saw the Savannah Bananas. Mm-hmm. And have you ever seen the Harlem Globetrotters? Mm-hmm. So one of those is a complete act, and the other one has acting and actions in it. You can't fake baseball. You can fake losing or winning to the same team for the last 100-some years.
Yeah, the Washington Generals.
What they do. Yeah, you can't fake what they do out there in the Savannah Banana League. So with that in mind, equating that to the running thing, yeah, golfers, come on over. Because what a lot of golfers do, and at least on the course and on their content-looking things, is a lot of walking, drinking, smoking. Mm-hmm. All that shit got to get cut out when you run. Because I promise you, I run. I love drinking. I got Hennessy right over there right now. After I get done with this, I don't want to go to the gym tonight, so I'm going to drink Hennessy. And that's going to make me not go to the gym tonight. So I like drinking.
Sure.
But you know what I'm not about to do? I'm not going to drink and then, like, run tomorrow.
Drive. You're not going to drink and then drive to the gym. I thought that's what you were going to say. That's not what you're going to say? I thought we were going to open up a whole new topic. That's not what we're doing?
Prove me wrong, Jesus.
Please. I think that's that'll be, I'm just so interested to see the non-athletic golfer try to be athletic.
And that's really what it is. Like, we know how it's not going to happen. We offered up run a 40 at your own pace. You don't have to try and break records. You don't have to try and get drafted by an NFL team. Just, hey, man, for spots in a fantasy football league that all of us met up playing, like talking about golf, and you guys followed us because of golf. Hey, everybody do it. We had 4 or 5 people do it out of a 10-man, 11-man league. I think it was a 12-man league.
Yeah.
Didn't have, so they don't want to move their bodies. A lot of them are already flabby, sick looking. Their bodies are shaped like odd 2-liters. So they're not going to be the type of people that run. Unless, well, again, God forbid you guys want to get your bodies in shape and running because of a clothing brand. Yeah.
Yo, catch us at the 2027. Yeah, catch us at the 2027 Eugene Marathon. I'm putting that on my calendar.
Malabon running.
Yeah, I'm putting that on the calendar. I'll be there with you next year.
For sure, yeah.
We'll decide what run we're doing, whether it be the 5, 10, half, or full marathon next year. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think by next year I'm down to do a half, if anything. Like full would be fire, but nigga, a half I know I can do it too, especially if I'm like paced out with a homie and we're running and talking and making content while we're running. So yeah, it'd be the
way that I mapped it out. I mean, I would have ran a full in October of this year, which means I would be prepared. Like, I would have gotten my mileage up.
I can't have you have a marathon over my head. So now I got to get a marathon in. I got to get a full in. So we have to run a half together, and then I got to run a full by myself because I can't have you have 2 marathons over my head.
I'm gonna have a half. I mean, it's going to happen. So that means
no, it's not, because I'm gonna get a full in
before October.
I don't know. I'm gonna try.
Nigga just said, hey, look,
I'm
18
competitive,
miles,
nigga.
I'm
I'ma
still
try.
collecting my medal. He said,
Yeah, nigga. If I gotta stop at 17, nigga, I got my full marathon medal before this nigga did. Say something about it, nigga. What up?
nigga about to just go to the trophy store and just buy some medals and shit.
Hey, what kind of medals y'all got in this bitch? Made me look like I did some shit. If you engrave my name on it with like a semi-fast pace, I get a couple $100.
For real. For real. I think that's a better time than any. We can close out. Over here talking about fake ass medals and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. So obviously, could be sitting here chit chatting for the rest of the night. We got a lot of great content in before we even got the podcast started. So I think this is like a real good version of the pod. If I can tell you, that's what I believe, brother.
Yeah.
But for my brother D'Amico and for myself, I am your player partner, host of Motion Country Cousin Blair. Make sure you tell somebody that you love them because we love you. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.
Let's go.
Come and take a look behind the scenes. See who's been a father, superhero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me, with me, with me. You should try your little father time with me, with me, with me.